Nigeria politics is corrupt because the actual sense of the voting and the rest is not being achieved.
Actually, the definition of politics is not corrupt, it's not dirty. But it is we, the Nigerians, that are making it to be dirty. Yes, it's not dirty. It's a game of number at the same time.
I would say politics is a dirty game. Why I say politics is a dirty game? Because our leaders are just using the masses to get what they want. You understand? And when they use the masses, finish after getting what they want, they have to dump the masses and forget about the people that voted them and put them in that position.
These are just a few ways people describe the political arena in Nigeria and use it as justification to discourage women from participating in politics.
The political scene in Nigeria, with what it is currently, it looks as if it's still the medieval system that we practice. Politics in Nigeria is like the war of one against all. So it's still not a level playing ground where the wishes of the majority becomes the rule. So because here it is like a scramble for power, there is so much crudity and brutality around it. And the women they are called mothers because they nurture, they are humane, they are more kind-hearted. So in such an instance, it's always hard for the women to compete in such crude political scene. So we need to restructure our political system to dematerialize it, to make it more civil.
For years, this social stigma has greatly contributed to the low number of women in politics in the country. In Nigeria's just concluded 2023 general elections, about 1,524 women initially indicated interest in different elective positions ranging from the presidency, governorship, Senate, House of Representatives and State Houses of Assembly. In the final list of candidates for the 2023 general elections released by INEC, out of the 1,101 candidates who vied for the 109 senatorial seats, only 92 were women. In the race for the House of Representatives, only 288 women contested out of the total 3,122 candidates. Meanwhile, out of the 837 candidates listed for the positions of governor and deputy governor, only 124 were female. And in the state's houses of assembly, out of the 10,231 candidates, only 1,019 were women. This raises concern as to why more women do not contest during the elections.
Women have been marginalized over time, and we know that this is largely due to a lot of barriers they face in their social lives. No thanks to patriarchy, which is one of the major issues of our society today. It's not just it's not peculiar to just Nigeria. It's a global issue. We know that most countries, especially African countries, are patriarchal in nature. It boils down to our norms, our values, religious and sociocultural biases.
Despite these challenges, women are breaking the barriers, proving that they are a force to reckon with. With the elections done, the Nigerian 10th Senate sees only 3 female senators as opposed to 7 female senators in the 9th Senate. Meanwhile, in the 10th House of Representatives, only 13 women are present. In the state houses of assembly, there seemed to be a little increase in the number of female lawmakers, as a total of 48 women were elected compared to 45 elected in 2019. The journey for women in Nigerian politics has not been without obstacles. Deeply ingrained cultural norms, gender biases, and systemic barriers have impacted their progress. However, these challenges have only fueled their determination. One of such is 26-year-old Rukaya Shitu, a lawmaker in the Kwara State House of Assembly. Rukaya's unwavering determination and innovative ideas gained her widespread support and recognition.
The age does not really matter. What matters is the effectiveness, what you are going there to do, what you do, the value that you have. The age or the gender is something aside. What should be celebrated is the effectiveness, is the commitment, is the value, what you bring to the table. How has you used that office to change some things positively? How have you used that position to influence your constituents, the state at large, and even Nigeria as a whole? The experience was not so funny, but quite interesting. In my own case, it was just one. I can't say all of it all, but I know it is very, very tough. Very, very tough. But one thing that has made me who I am today is being optimistic. I'm very, very optimistic about life. Whatever happens, that's how God wants it. But I will always put in my own best. When we talk about the challenges being faced by women in political participation, well, environment differs. From my own case, when you ask people, generally they talk about gender, they talk about the financial, they talk about so many things. But myself, as an example, I'm from a state whereby the government of the day recognizes women as part of tools to improve governance. So I didn't find it so difficult. And another thing is the government of the day in Kwara State recognizes women, youth as part of the government. So we don't find it so difficult to sell ourselves, to tell them to vote for us. And on financial, it's when you talk about the financial aspect, yes, it's part of the challenges, but whatever, we still make it through.
The level of female participation in governance is not what we actually expect to be, going by the fact that there has been a lot of women organizations like ours, which is RAPA, canvassing for inclusion in governance. Not having enough women has a lot to do with the challenges they face. It's not like women are not willing to participate, but with the advocacy and sensitization, the narrative is beginning to change because women are becoming more aware of their right to be part and parcel of governance at whatever level they find themselves. And so I think the narrative of not having enough women is more likely to do with the structure and systems of the society rather than saying it's the women's volition not to participate.
In history, I'm the first woman to declare to run for councillorship in the Rosso ward.
Abiodun Esse's political journey is a testament to the power of perseverance and a deep-rooted desire to make a positive impact in community. Starting at the grassroots level, she ran for the office of a councillor in the FCT during the 2019 elections.
So I decided to join politics some years back when I started to run for councillorship position in Abuja FCT as the councillor for Rosso Ward. I decided to start at the local level because I felt women were disconnected from the politics at that level, in the sense that I felt women should be more connected to what happens in the local governance, because the local governance is one of the most important governance structure for women, because they address a lot of issues that women face at the local levels. The percentage of women in decision-making platform at the local level is very, very, very low, even as compared even to state or at the federal level. So I felt women need to be in that spaces in the leadership structure because they understand what the issues are at the local level, and they should be in the best position to address some of those issues. Coming into politics as a young woman, I faced some challenges based on the fact I'm a woman, and also based on the normal challenges, about issues that young women in politics face. So, political space is a patriarchy in nature, controlled by men in the society, and most of the people you have to deal with are men. And the men control the political atmosphere in any political party that you find yourself. And the fact that you're a woman is one limitation to you even prospering in the political space, because it's so because of societal norms and beliefs about women, that women are not supposed to be in leadership space. Women are supposed to be, within the family, helping the child. The society is still having difficulty accepting women to be in leadership position. In my primary election, we had an inconclusive election because of rigging. There were more votes than the total number of delegates. We had about 110 delegates, and the total number of votes cast was about 120. So I raised that observation to the INEC during my primary election, and the election was cancelled and inconclusive. But as you know, as the patriarchy system, the party decided to resolve everything based on their power and their influence, and that was how we lost out in that election. The nature of the political game is, they say politics is dirty. It's also a patriarchy statement. We know it's dirty, but people have been involved in it, and some of us are here to make it clean, and that's what I tell people when they say politics is dirty. We are here to make it clean and also not compromise our beliefs and value in the process of doing that.
Even though she didn't win, that opened the gateway for her to serve in the capacity as an advisor to the chairman of the Abuja Municipal Area Council.
The most rewarding part of my political career was the opportunity to serve my people in different platforms, like based on the fact that I ran for elections and I wasn't successful, I was called upon at the local council to serve as an advisor, and that was a rewarding process, because now people, my principal then, who was the chairman, knew what my worth and wanted me to contribute my quota to the development of my local council, which was actually the main idea behind me running. So I didn't go to run for office because I just wanted to win an election. I wanted to run to get into the structure of the political party and also had my quota to the development. So open government partnership was one of the initiatives we signed up to when I was a special advisor to the chairman of the AMAC, and it was an initiative we brought on board, myself brought on board personally to the council, and the chairman accepted it and decided, okay, we can do this, we can run this, and because we already have platforms on ground to promote open governance in AMAC through our social media platform, our transparency and accountability unit, different platforms that we're doing. So we decided to apply for OGP, and we got selected, and AMAC, up to now, 2023, AMAC is still the only local government in Nigeria to sign up to open governance partnership at the global level. So that was basically to help promote citizens' participation in governance and promote accountability and transparency at the local level.
Abiodun's track record not only symbolizes the triumph of women's empowerment, but also heralds a new era of progressive leadership.
Abiodun said, a lady of substance, all right? She believes she's a goal-getter, and she added lots of value in my administration.
Malam Abdullahi Adam Candido is the former chairman of Abuja Municipal Area Council. During his tenure as the chairman of AMAC, he prioritized gender diversity by appointing a significant number of women to his cabinet.
We have a lady who I appointed as council secretary, Lady Rahmat Abisola Abdullahi, a lady, third in the command of my administration. After the chairman, you get the vice, then of course the council secretary. I appointed her, and she distinguished herself. If you are the type like me who is looking for exceptional service, okay, the value that she will add to your, what you are rendering as a mandate given to you, you get it in a woman. So I took advantage of that, and I look for ladies or women who distinguish themselves. And any woman you see in my government, I'm telling you, I look at them on merit, right? And I never regretted, because 2/3 of appointees in my administration were women. So I even crossed the bar. A woman have these tendencies of total loyalty and total devotion in whatever assignment you give them.
His actions serve as an inspiration for leaders across the nation and beyond, encouraging them to create an environment where women can thrive, contribute, and shape policies that address the diverse needs of their communities.
Gone are those days where you say, oh, meetings held at 1 a.m., you will not see a woman. In my own case, I don't hold meetings at night unnecessarily, except if it warranted. But I think there is no time that an assignment or a meeting is organized or arranged, whatever is the time. If you see the men, you will see the women. And come to think of it, the dedication, you will find it more in the women.
With 49% of Nigerians said to be female, it is pertinent that more women are involved in politics and governance, as their presence sparks vital conversations on gender equity, women's rights, and the need for diverse perspectives in decision-making processes.
Nigeria is a party to several international conventions. You can think of CEDAW. In fulfillment of the obligations to all these international conventions, and you think of also the Sustainable Development Goals. These are all treaties that Nigeria has signed up to. We've talked about the Constitution and all these treaties. Nigeria needs to, as a faithful member of the human community, of the international community, stand up, live up to these expectations. So it's not just about being charitable to women. No, it has moral perspective. It also has a legal perspective. So Nigeria is bound to. We cannot just continue like women will have to be brought into the mainstream and they have to play a part in politics. Women are part of humanity. You cannot continue to progress while leaving a part of you behind. So as humans, we cannot just continue to work in systems, leaving a part of us outside of it. So social inclusivity is an issue. Every person, disabled, women, whichever strata of humankind they find themselves, they should be included.
By challenging the norms and pushing boundaries, they are shaping the political landscape and making it more representative of the Nigerian population.
Every elected representative will tell you that more votes are coming from the women. So why can the women not use the advantage of their numerical strength to place themselves in office? It must not be that they should be all over the places, but at least a reasonable percentage. They should advocate and look for ladies with merit.
With the success story of these women, it can be said and duly noted that Nigerian women have and do stand a chance in the world of politics.
So far as the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria says democracy is for all, not for a particular gender, so we shouldn't stay away from this. Politics defines our life right from birth to death. So why are we shying away? There are a lot of things we can do on the table, and the table really needs women, it needs youth, it needs men, and this is how we can make our democracy good, irrespective of the challenges, obstacles one might face.
This fight for equal opportunities and a level playing field is a call to all Nigerians to stand solidly behind intended female politicians as they join the world of politics and governance in Nigeria.